Hello there, wary traveler of the interwebs. My name is Isla, and I just got back from vacation 2 days ago. I went to the Maldives, China, Vietnam, and Cambodia, and while vacationing I had an amazing time. I think the best part after traveling is coming home and seeing the books that got sent to me while I was away. So apparently I won a lot of giveaways, and a lot of books that I pre-ordered also came in. So in this book haul, I'll be going from published books to art copies, which the majority are already published. We'll start with The Witch Hunter by Virginia Boker. Basically in this book, the main character, Elizabeth Grey, is a witch hunter, hence the title. Yay. But apparently she gets accused of being a witch herself, so from there on she has to, try to survive, and this wizard actually breaks a deal with her, and she gets, I'm gonna quote, thrust into the magical world of witches, ghosts, pirates, and one all too handsome healer. So then she has to think about, oh, what's right, what's wrong, and the universal question that all young adult main characters usually have to answer in their books. So yeah, generally, I read some pretty mixed reviews about this book. People either really enjoyed it, and they liked the character, they liked the plot, and everything was fast-paced, and it was cool, or they were really disappointed by it. So hopefully I'm one of the people who did enjoy it. Next, I have Hello, I Love You by Katie M. Stout. And actually, after I pre-ordered this book, the author also sent me a book plate with her signature. And the only reason why I was really excited for this book is because it deals with Korean pop music, which isn't really talked about in books at all. So I was like, wow, oh my gosh, diversity, culture, K-pop, which I am a big fan of K-pop. In this book, we have the main character, Grace Wilde, running away from her multi-million-dollar mansion that her rich family lives in. So she's running away from her problems, and she goes to a boarding school in Korea. But it turns out that she has a whole other set of problems there when she meets her roommate Sophie's twin brother, who is a rising K-pop star. How cool is that? Generally, I've read really bad reviews about this book, actually. People are like, oh my god, and it's no, it doesn't, no, K-pop isn't like that. It's not a good definition of Korean pop culture, blah, blah, blah. But I think overall, I'll just go in with the mindset that it's going to be another contemporary romance that, I shouldn't really have high expectations for, because the past contemporary books I've read, I indeed set my bar lower and I enjoyed it more. So yeah, overall, I just hope I really enjoy it. Plus, look at that cover. Isn't that so adorable? They're like talking hearts and speech bubbles. That's so cute. Next is a book that I admittedly already ordered on my e-reader while on vacation because I was so excited to read it, and I did finish it in like a day, and it's Ink and Bone by Rachel Caine. Rachel Caine, I've only read one other book by her, and it was The Princess Shadows, which is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, which was really good, so I'm like, yeah, I have to read this one. Basically, in this plot, it answers the question, what happens if the Great Library of Alexandria wasn't ever burned in history? And yeah, man, like, the Great Library literally rules the world. It acts as a form of government, and the main character, Jess, is actually a book smuggler, which is illegal. Coolio, right? So he's a book smuggler who goes undercover, training as a scribe under the Great Library. So it's like, and from then on, him and his, ragtag team discover secrets of the Great Library and what they're actually keeping away from the masses. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I actually have a review of it on Goodreads that I will be posting in the descriptions below if you want to check it out. I really can't wait for the next book, but honestly, it has a pretty good ending. It's really conclusive, and it sets you up perfectly for the next book, so it's like, yeah, I don't have to be all like scared of waiting for the next one. Seriously, cliffhangers, I love them, but at the same time, they make me want to cry inside. The next pair of books I actually won in a giveaway. It is Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman. And look, I got 2 hardcovers, which is awesome. Maybe a giveaway soon, holla holla. But Neil Shusterman has been like my fave authors after I read his Unwind Dystology, which he says there will be another book coming out, which is, yeah. Anyway, in this book, I don't know a lot about it. All I know is that, first of all, the cover though. Look at that! That's so interesting. It deals with mental illnesses, which the main character has. I don't know which one or the details of it, but I do know it deals with mental illness, and that the main character, Caden, is on a ship headed for the deepest point on Earth. I also don't know if that's a metaphor or that's legit or both maybe, but either way, I really do think I will enjoy this book, especially because Neil Shusterman wrote it. Yeah. The last of the finished copy books that I got is Wish You Were Italian by Kristen Ray. And basically in this book, the main character, what's her name, Pippa, that's okay, I can go with that name, I guess. Pippa goes to Italy, and one of her goals is to fall in love with an Italian. Which, okay, cool, you know, I don't think love works that way, but, you know, what do I know? But in the end, she starts seeing sparks fly with another American student, Darren, but hence the title, Wish You Were Italian. She wishes he was Italian, I think. I feel like there's more to it, because if someone went up to me and they're like, hey man, Isla, I totally like you if you were white, I'd be like, so yeah, hopefully I don't feel that way when reading this book. And plus, it seems like a light contemporary romance, and who doesn't like those once in a while? So I'll definitely be reading this when I want a quick, easy fix. Next is an arc of a pretty old book, actually. The book was published a year ago, so an arc of it would be even older. But I traded for it with Sarah at BFF of Characters Twitter handle. Shout out to you, thanks for trading. And I'm not too repelled by the idea of reading an arc, even if the finished copy came out, because come on, it's not like it has a huge like plot difference, and in the end, I just want to enjoy what I read, you know? So this book is Love and Other Foreign Words, which seems like another really cute, light, contemporary, romantic read. I mean, it has love on the cover. So the next 4 books that I have in my hands is something is a pile of arcs I won from a giveaway hosted by Alyssa from eaterofbooks.blogspot.com, or her Twitter handle is at Alyssa_Susanna. Thank you again for hosting this giveaway, and I'm so glad I won because there were some pretty cool books in here. First, I will start with Lionheart by A.C. Gaughan. I don't know how to say that. This is the last book of a trilogy, which is a retelling of Robin Hood. And the main character of the trilogy is this girl named Will Scarlet. So you think that Will is a guy, but in this retelling, she's actually a girl, and this is about their adventures as the Robin Hood crew. And I actually binge read the whole series on my plane ride to China when I was going to vacation. And yeah, no regrets, son. No regrets. Next is a book that I think almost everybody that I know have read and liked the trilogy. It is End of Days by Suzanne E. And I actually have the finished copy. Look at it. It's so different, right? But pretty much everybody I have, read reviews about, I have seen on social media, I have talked with, have praised the Penryn and the End of Days trilogy so much. I did enjoy the ending a lot, and I think that it was very satisfying for such a great trilogy about an apocalyptic world where angels are actually the bad guys here. Bad guys. Yeah. Because we never know what's wrong or right in fiction. Am I right? Am I right? Next, I have Hold Me Like a Breath by Tiffany Schmidt. And I also have the finished copy of this book. But basically, I've read mixed reviews about this book. Either way, I'm going in just wanting to have fun, because this book is about this girl who has an autoimmune disorder where she bruises really easily, but the ironic part is that she's the daughter of this really big crime family that actually does organ transplants. Wow! Like, whoa, man. What did that come from? Yeah! And from then on, from the beginning of the book, she wants to have independence and become free, but, as always, it comes with consequences, and she has to deal with those. Let me just talk about this cover. Like, that's what drew me to this book in the first place. It's so, look at this aesthetic, man. Like, shattering butterfly wings. Like, oh my god. And the last book is Heat of the Moment by Lauren Barnholt. It seems like a really, really nice summer read. Look at this cover. Doesn't this just scream, like, read me in the summer to you? Like, her hair is on point, and she's just like, yeah. And that color scheme, too, man. So yeah, Heat of the Moment. I'll probably be reading while sweating in the heat in Florida. Next, I have a book, Powerless by Tara Lynn Childs and Tracy Deebs that I actually won from Tara Lynn Childs. Thank you so much for the giveaway, by the way. I started reading this book at like 2 a.m. this morning because of my jet lag, you know, and I really liked it. Like, it starts out really fast-paced and stuff. Basically what it's about is a girl who doesn't have powers in a world of superheroes and villains. And she's like, no, I'm more than my powers. This book is actually also signed, which I didn't know until I opened it to read. And it says, find your spark. I will, Miss Childs. I will find my spark. Next is The Revenge Playbook by Rachel Allen. Shout out to Goodreads, First Reads, giveaway program, whatever that is, because I want it from there. Thank you so much for sending it. In this book, we have a group of girls from high school who are going to go out and get revenge from the football players who are, quote, treated like kings, unquote. Which I can totally understand. As a high school student myself, a lot of the football players in my school just think that they're on top of the world, which they aren't, considering how much they suck. I don't think I'd ever watch one of these, but seriously, who loses a homecoming game twice, 2 years in a row? Like, bruh. Anyway, I really can't wait to see what kind of schemes the girls have in store for the guys, and see how that plays out, and what kind of lessons they'll learn from it. Last but certainly not the least is this beautiful, this book is Illuminated by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I don't have enough words to tell you how much I'm excited. Look at this book. Look at this book. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much for trading with me, Nicole, at Nicole Brownie. I can't. Oh my god. You literally just made my day when I found out I could trade with her. Yeah. Anyway, in this book, what makes it so unique is that it's told not in a narrative, but in a series of files. Hence the series title name, The Illuminated Files. And it's a bunch of hacked documents, they have video recordings. Look at, let me just show you one of these pages. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Oh my god, it's literally, what is it? It's literally 599 pages of awesome sauce. One of the authors, Jay Kristoff, has a pretty good synopsis on Goodreads. It's definitely a science fiction romance, and it has so many aspects of it. If you go on this book if you look up the book on Goodreads, you'll definitely find this if you scroll down. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's the classic tale of girl meets boy, and then he has little gifts, which I think is adorable. Girl meets boy, girl loses boy, and parents, and planet. I didn't see that coming, right? And ends up in a crippled spaceship with a mad computer and a deadly virus outbreak in the middle of an interstellar war. Isn't that crazy? It's like you put all the best components of science fiction together in this book. I wish I could pre-order like 20 copies for people. It's so beautiful. That's what was waiting for me when I got back home, which is really exciting because what better thing is there than book mail other than reading the book themselves? Thank you so much for watching my first booktube video. Wow, this is pretty nerve-wracking for me. I've been watching booktube videos for the longest time, ever since I started vlogging last year, and on my book blog, onewayOrAnAuthor.wordpress.com, that you should totally check out. Shameless advertising. I have a lot of great ideas for more videos and stuff, so check back on my channel soon. Isla out.